The Russia investigation, the impanelment of the grand jury, shows that Bob Mueller is pursuing this potential wrongdoing by the Russians, the attack on our democracy, seriously and diligently.
It was fitting that Richard Blumenthal stood today with men who had served under fire. Fitting because Connecticut's Attorney General, the odds-on favorite to win a U.S. Senate seat, was fighting for his political life.
Now, on a few occasions, I have misspoken about my service, and I regret that, and I take full responsibility. But I will not allow anyone to take a few misplaced words and impugn my record of service to our country.
Those few misspoken words were at the core of a New York Times story splashed across today's front page. On several occasions, the Times said, Blumenthal has spoken as if he served in Vietnam, not in the reserves at home. Occasions like this one back in 2008.
In fact, we are failing many of our veterans. Again, we are failing them just as we did after the Vietnam War, just as we did our World War II and Korean veterans. This nation has a way of sending young men and women to war and then forgetting them when they come home. And that is unforgivable. And I know that congressmen like Chris Shays are working very hard to change that situation. We have learned something very important since the days that I served in Vietnam, and you exemplify it. Whatever we think about the war, whatever we call it, Afghanistan or Iraq, we owe our military men and women unconditional support. And we owe it to them not only while they're away, but when they come home.
Neither Blumenthal nor his staff, the Times said, ever corrected any of the numerous press accounts that had put him in Vietnam. However, on several occasions, as in this debate in March, Blumenthal has been clear about where he did and did not serve.
Although I did not serve in Vietnam, I have seen firsthand the effects of military action.
Blumenthal, long the most popular politician in Connecticut, has been running well ahead of both potential Republican opponents, former Congressman Rob Simmons and Linda McMahon. The campaign of McMahon, the one-time World Wrestling executive with combat experience of her own,
and screaming,
claimed credit for unearthing the In Vietnam tape. As for the story's impact, Dennis House, who hosts a Connecticut public affairs show, says,
I do think this will tarnish Richard Blumenthal's reputation because for years he was the most popular politician in our state, stratospheric approval ratings. And now everyone's going to wonder if what he says is actually truthful or, as he would put it, a misstatement.
There is no minimizing or underestimating that attack by the Russians. It was purposeful and relentless, and it involved propaganda and hacking into our voting machines, or at least an attempt to do it, and potential collusion by the Trump campaign, and then obstruction of justice. That investigation must be pursued.